Welcome back, YouTube, to some more Outer Worlds. We are exploring Edgewater today. Oh, hold to transition. In the Emerald Vale, as you can see. Is it really stealing if it's from a mega corporation? Yes, but not so much that you should care. Hot meals, cold meals, live music, sold tuna 2 bits off. So bits is cash, I gotta remember that. Like Twitch, it's easy to remember. It's just Twitch currency.
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
The house is full of sick people? Okay. Well, we need to go to the barbershop for the side quest, so let's have a gander in here. I'm after your money.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
I'm clean.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
I'm here to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
That's some quality drama there.
Thank you, no. I despise the cereals. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
I'm gonna have to rake through your shop, though. BRB. Receptionist shot himself, this is bad. Tartar sauce? I'm not going to steal from everything from this man. I am going to steal some things, however. Can't examine any of the tools. Hi, I'm back. I didn't do anything illegal.
What can I do for you?
Oh, apparently I did learn something. Let's try this first.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor? Experience was my teacher. Experience and... So, you want to be an embalmer. Brochures 1 through 5. Courtesy of the Spacer's Choice Department of Career Development.
I know about Eugene.
You know about Eugene? How?
You watched me walk into your...
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now.
He's a barber,
King's
but he's
golden teeth were
also
family
a coroner,
heirloom,
yes. He is
representing
both.
3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
You're gonna have to, buddy. Debt's a debt. Bring us the girl.
Yes, I suppose I must. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Okay, now how do I report him to the law? Because he's about to grave rob. Cannery. Oh shit, over there. We'll go to the bar first. With extra added artificial ingredients and no extra cost! Amazing.
You read the latest report?
Winslow had a name, that means he's important. No one else has a name?
Devitt's folk heading
No one else has a name. You're
Man, we
important.
could use those extra hands.
Can I sit? I cannot sit.
Nothing we can do about that.
Yeah, there is.
Never seen you here before. You a visitor?
You did not have the voice I expected.
On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to, where am I again?
Edgewater. You're also drunk though.
Edgewater, jewel of the Vale. May the law bless our beloved cannery with 100 years of, what's it called? Productivity. That's the one. Yep, that's us. Productive.
Shouldn't you be working?
I am in no condition to do any work.
That is very true.
Not so long as my injuries trouble.
Oh, never mind. Nothing to do with your injuries.
Yep. Got my mitt stuck in a rotor wheel. Shredded my wrist up real good. Conrad went and sewed up my hand, but I couldn't do much about the pain. Boss was real generous to me, though. Got myself a 5% discount on Zero G Brew. After the second bottle, the only pain I feel is emotion.
You sound like you need a surgeon.
Hey, Conrad's a surgeon. Well, he's a barber. That's like surgery, but for your hair.
Okay, goodbye.
I don't know you.
Correct.
Amelia Kim, Spacer's Choice beverage dispenser. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hardworking company
Killer
folk
Rabbit.
here.
Something's going on here that I should know about.
Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand. But you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters.
Okay.
Coming right up.
Your merchant skill is equal to the value of the best dialogue skill and used to negotiate prices. If anything, I'd like to sell, maybe? A bunch of nanners. Lovely. Can I sell one of my swords? Not for very much, but hey. Oh, I have some armor to put on. That's enough out of you. I'm already wearing armor. Armor 6, armor 3, tech skill plus 5. Neat. Intimidate plus 3. That's pretty damn intimidating, yeah. I didn't realize there was a tab for every single one of these. Okay. Star-Lord, is that you? So that's the main mission that's marked. That's not find all the people.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Constable.
How you feel?
Let's go have a conversation with the law.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Okay.
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity. If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life. I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serves Spacer's Choice. Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which occupies a seat on the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, also known as the Board. I must admit it bothers me that you don't already know this.
Okay. Does Phileas Wells mean anything to you?
His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
He kidnapped me, unfroze my body, shot me into space, then I landed here.
Mm-hmm. Shot you into space. You know, lying to a Spacer's Choice constable is a violation of company policy and punishable by a fine.
You know what? Never mind. She's not going to believe me anyway.
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
No, that's not the lady that died. I'm pretty sure the lady that died wasn't white. Maintenance division. That doesn't say that's stealing. That said that was fine. Do I have enough to repair the shotgun now? No. Still need 2 more weapon parts. Don't know what that is. Looks like something a little sister would crawl out of. Am I allowed to be in here? It's not saying it's stealing, so... Mock apple juice. It's pretend apple juice. That worries me. Indemati. I don't know what that means. Ooh. Some armor parts, but not weapon parts, unfortunately. Weapon modification. Oh, hey, okay. Can bung that on something. So I'm just like busting into people's... This is like a hotel, I think. I don't know if you can holster. I tried pressing H and it didn't work. Middle mouse, maybe? Oh, that's quick select. At least you helped me find a new button. 5 bits. Chat, let's play a fun game. Every time I get bits in this game, you have to give me real bits. It'll be fun. Oh, wait. I have that weapon mod. Hang on, what did that say? The team delayed Halcyon. Deserters... That's an orc. That's a Warhammer orc carrying a man. Both weapons and armor can be modded. Install mod. Apparently I can't put it on that. What was the mod for? Armor? Installed mod 0. Chat, what was the mod I got? Where it goes on the sword. Okay, thank you. Plasma damage up. Alright. The modification is called Mr. Power. Thank you for the little bits. That's pretty neat. That's very like the shish kebab. So maybe if I press a button that's not quick thingied? No. Like 5? And presumably there must be a holster button.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got him.
Just between us, Wilson deserted. Lost his nerve. Ran off in the thick of night.
You're kidding me. Damn. Always thought he was made of sterner stuff.
I think he was plagued. Guess he didn't want to die in the sick house.
Plague?
Hold R.
Shit.
You're not wrong.
You moron.
Thank you, G. Tomlinson, for 36 months in a row. That's a long time. I also can't believe it's that long. Thank you. I'm amazed I haven't driven you off yet. Saltuna Cannery. Spacer's Choice. So where is everybody? Is this the equivalent of like a Nuka-Cola factory? I mean, if there's no one here, I'm just gonna yoink myself some armor parts. Taste the freedom. Well, they are indeed making space tuna here, or whatever it's called. Oh, person. No, that's a generic NPC. Can I talk to you, sir? Excuse me?
You're safer inside the walls.
I have follow-up questions. Oh, that's the man I was looking for, I think.
You the new worker?
That is not a man, that is a
Whatever.
lady.
Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Gravesite fees, I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Okay. You have to pay?
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said the guy shot himself, though.
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Ha ha. Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
They said he was a...
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at the time
Oh,
of death.
it's
I'm the one
literal.
who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
I see. Suicide is vandalism in this world. That's wonderfully dystopian. What are you gonna do? Arrest his corpse?
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Okay, thank you. That was very enlightening. I hate all of you. That's what they call a yoink. Clinical term, Phyllis. Clinical term. Time to FK in the coffee. Damn right it is. Guide to Mechanical Engineering Volume 2. This is a book? I assume I can use that for a skill, right? It must be. Or maybe not. Oh, pristine, have more durability, worth more to vendors. Diamond on them. But I think I had less defense if that thing I just picked up was pristine, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it does look like an old typewriter, right? Hey, Aurora Borealis. Kinda. Alien. Well, that's Aurora Borealis there.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quarters to make.
Defeat our foes. At this time of year? Well, the other one is a planetary ring, yes. Resident. Wait, what is this? This is fancy looking.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all.
I'm in church.
None of us are above confessionals.
Maximum Vicar.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto, at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. I so rarely
It is
get
the soul
new
of
people
wit.
to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
I'm looking for a power regulator.
Mechanical tomfoolery is well out of my purview. I suggest you take such matters to Mr.
Oh right, I forgot that's the other reason I was going to the cannery, to steal a power
And
converter.
a word of warning. If you're considering wandering around outside the safety of the town, you'd best be cautious.
There's no need to add on like being rude to him.
Marauders are about. Though if you are planning on venturing outside, I do have a proposition that may interest you. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts.
Is it
I happen
books
to
on
know
freedom?
Such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property.
It is a side quest.
Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
A handsome sum, you say? Tell me more.
So you'll consider it? I do appreciate you hearing me out, and, your discretion. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Why are you wanting it burned?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
Sure.
Glad we see.
I want to read it for myself to see what he's trying to hide.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Sure thing, Vicar. Amelia. Town leader is in there. Okay. We've missed a building over here, though. General store and whatever this is.
Nothing. Just don't want to fall sick.
What up?
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet. You ought to go have a talk with the boss.
Okay, they're all just saying find
He's
the
up in his
boss.
tower above the cannery.
I was expecting maybe finding alternative route.
Music to my ears.
Oh, DPS of that's actually pretty good. But I'm never going to use it. But now I need to press E to sell. So that's pristine, but it's only armor 4. It makes your stealth better, but meh. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Oh, we made it all the way back to the bar, right?
If you're falling
Alright.
sick, I don't want you near me.
Why is everyone assuming I'm falling sick?
Something got you down?
Is it my face? Oh, that's right. I remember seeing this and just forgot that I hadn't used it, that's all. Like the elevator music? Very good. Not as good as the bass in Secret Neighbor, but still.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
It's people. It's gonna be people.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
I think this guy is voiced by Reinhardt. I saw Darren DePaul tweeting that he voices a character in this, and I think it's this guy.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one.
He raised his
I
eyebrow.
happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Okay.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal.
Is Reinhardt? There you go.
Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned...
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers.
Oh, I see.
I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Okay. How will I recognize her?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Alright, we'll see.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
Is this a follower?
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
I don't mind bringing her, yeah, sure.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Characters that join you in your adventure help in a variety of ways. Combat support, enhance your skills, increase carrying capacity, special companion skills. Okay. Let's leave this room so I can talk to you privately about how much you hate your boss. You recognize her voice? I didn't so far, but let me talk to her again.
Hey, mister.
I knew it.
Talk? Sorry. Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters. On account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the table.
I figured, considering this is the type of game it is.
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Okay.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well.
It's the lady who voiced Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn?
Spacer's Choice family, but...
Oh, and Tiny Tina, so
family's
it's,
got one the
what's her
rest
name?
Whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse.
Ashley Birch, that's the one
I think you should
now.
talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Again, well, I've already spoken to the vicar. I suppose we can go talk to him again, yeah?
Books are for rich folk. I wonder what he wants with something like that.
Murderous Magnificent Clint Hawks.
About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
Suppose it couldn't hurt.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Before he said that sometimes you have to kill things even if you love them and remove them from the world. Isn't that right, Zach?
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Unlike your underwear.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
No, I'm here about another matter.
Ah, Miss Holcomb. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
This here's Vicar DeSoto. He's always offering spiritual counsel to those...
Already told you that we met.
Thank you for the kind assessment, Miss Holcomb. I admit, I've been quite interested to
We've
make an
already
outsider's
met.
acquaintance. Please get it. What would you like to discuss?
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off powers to the deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a
I think he's been
responsible
having too
choice?
much of the old Kool-Aid.
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are.
Okay. That didn't really help much. I need to look at my map. Is there any other... What is my map? Map is there. Fast travel, objective... Because I just want to see if there's any other missions I can do here, but apparently not. Because that's just vendors. An objective this way. So let's go kill marauders. Let's see. Can I mark this? Yeah, set active. I want to finish this one before we leave because they're in town, apparently. This way? Okay. Because I'm willing to bet the person in the house is dead. And then we're going to go in there and we're going to be the person relatively closest, so we're going to have to pay his fines.
Yes, Mr.
Oh,
Thompson.
he's
I'm
alive.
fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you?
You look very,
Tell Mr. Thompson
very
I'll be
ill.
right at my post tomorrow, bright and early tomorrow, because I'm definitely not plagued. Spry as a spring
I think
chicken
Nurgle has
and
blessed
old
you,
Abernathy.
good sir. You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist, walking into a man's own domicile.
Wandering
about
alienist?
his mental state.
I'm here to collect your gravesite fees. I'm positive you mentioned something. Or no, well, gravesite fees first.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
He knows that you've got the plague, yeah. He told me everything.
Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
How can I help?
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff.
The long
Stronger than
tomorrow.
what we got anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Lovely.
Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
Da 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 da. That'll do. Not really paying much attention to it, honestly. I'll worry more about it when we're higher level. I'm making a stake working for Abernathy. Why? Also, speak when you're spoken to.
Wish we had some better rations.
Now I remember why I never took companions in New Vegas. They're always behind you, judging you. Except, what was that guy with the sniper rifle that hated the Legion? As long as you were killing Legion, he didn't care what the hell you did. So what is that currently marking? It should still be the Yeah, okay. Boone, yeah, that's the one. Well, it's meant to be salmon tuna, but they're not making it with fish anymore. So it does beg... What does that sound over here? So it does beg the question, what are they using? Oh, it's those little things. You get to live, because you're kind of adorable. You look like babby gremlins. Okay, this is a safe area, apparently. Don't go in that door. Don't go in that door.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses.
Nope.
You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Sorry, I'm here for your money.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Are you okay?
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold.
Oh, he hates machines. I'm all for it.
Iron and lies. Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen.
I'm enjoying the game so far, but we're not very far in.
Mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant, clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising.
We have to stop the
When
machines.
swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot?
I stand with this man.
Standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance.
John Connor.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's chaw. A few bit carts. I'll reward you for your aid. Enlistment fees. Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name.
I just stole 75 bits from a confused old man that hates robots.
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Thank you, Alex, for the bits.
Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsection.
Good advice.
I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Got it. Beep boop, I also stand with this man, preferably behind him in stabbing distance. Beep boop. It sounds like a machine. Let's go back to the grave man and give him his monies. And then we'll pick a side quest to do, because I'm not going to mainline it. There's a few interesting little side ventures I want to explore. And more importantly, shoot something. That's the important part.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for
Don't talk to my
Lovely
follower.
see you
You talk to
about,
me.
Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Hmm.
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
Thank you, Krillin, for the bits.
Oh.
You love how this is being released just as Fallout 76 introduces a premium subscription system. Yes. It was hilariously mistimed on their behalf.
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house. Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
You got the fees.
You run into any trouble?
Nope.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
360 XP. I went out of my way for you, bitch.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I was hoping for something more tangible.
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Ooh. I'm not gonna tell him that because I'm doing a side quest for him. Which is maybe what we should do now. The long tomorrow. I kind of wish it showed you like distance. That's not very far. It's probably like this is presumably the area of the resistance or whatever anyway. Out in the wild we take our gun out. We take our gun out to lay some fools down. For YouTube though, that'll be next time.